What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you had a great day. Hope you're having a great night so far. Getting into this episode of GH, you know what? Trina was a lot more polite and respectful than I probably would have been when she went to go see Laura. She was nice, she was polite because that's who Trina is. You know what I'm saying? She's not a disrespectful person. She don't disrespect adults. You know, she don't disrespect her elders. I respect how she went to Laura, instead of believing what was in the article, she decided to go to the source. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Laura was, full of piss and vinegar at this point because she was trying to act all surprised at the notion that Heather could go free. Alexis already warned her of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does Laura expect to happen? You go digging around in this thing. I just feel like she opening up a can of worms that she should leave alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's opening up Pandora's box at this point, and she need to leave that damn box closed. She could sit here and tell herself and tell Kevin all she want. Oh, I got to do right by all the Port Charles citizens, including Heather. No. You can leave her where she is. Because she feel like, oh, that's not fair, leaving her in a maximum prison. That is fair. Just because she had an illness, it doesn't negate what she did. She still murdered people. She still injured people. It doesn't matter. Illness or no illness. So, I feel like Laura need to leave that alone. I definitely feel like she's overstepping her boundaries. And I don't blame Trina for being concerned. You know what I'm saying? After everything that Heather did. It's like, why would you even want to reopen this? Talking about she need a fair trial. No, she don't. I'm just saying. No, she don't. At this point, and I hate to say it, I think Laura needs to be removed as mayor. Effective immediately. Kevin could sit there and blame himself all he want to, but I blame Laura for this. Like, she's the one who spearheaded this. So, if somebody files a motion on behalf of Heather to get her out, Laura need to take the hit for it. It's sad to say, but I feel like she do, and I'm glad Kevin warned her that people are going to be coming for her head over this, and I can't blame anybody for it. I like the scenes with Heather and Curtis. I thoroughly enjoyed them. Heather didn't even know that Laura was looking into this for her and stuff like that, and Heather refused to even allow it. Now, my thing about Heather is because she's a manipulative person, so I don't know if I could believe her. Like, if she really don't want to get out, or if she don't want Laura's help, or if she's just making it seem that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, because Heather, she could play the long game. She knows she's very manipulative and convincing at times. So you never know if that's for real or if she just playing. I would hope that she for real. I will hope. But I just feel like they need to stop trying to redeem these people. Like, they need to stop trying to redeem people like Cyrus and redeem people like Heather. They are who they are. Let them be. You know what I'm saying? They're psychopaths, sociopaths. Let them be that. Stop trying to redeem them and put them back into the civilized society. Just stop trying to, make that happen. At the end of the day, they're evil or they're sociopaths. Let them be that. That's the fun. Even Curtis was a little baffled when he went to go see her, and he deduced that she didn't know, what Laura was trying to do. But if this is for real, I like the fact that Heather is taking accountability for what she did. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate that. At least she's owning it, that she did these things and she feels she should be punished. And I feel like Laura need to let this go. So anyway, speaking of, Alexis need to go sit down somewhere. Telling Adrian, oh, you don't want to go toe-to-toe with Laura. Ain't nobody scared of her. Like, what is the mayor gonna do to the invader? Ain't nothing Laura can do to Adrian. What's she gonna do? I highly doubt he's worried about a politician. I highly doubt it. I mean, all he doing is reciting the news. That's all he's doing. He's being a journalist. Alexis could sit there and talk her mess all she want, but she was down with this. I mean, you the one that looked into the paperwork, because Alexis should have just flat out refused to even look into it. But Alexis did have a point with Diane, though. And I do agree with Alexis on that. Like, I feel like Diane, Trina, Curtis, I think none of them should be going public with pushback against Laura, for this whole Heather Weber thing. Because what was in the article is in the article. Nobody has filed a court motion yet to even have, Heather released from prison. Nobody has filed anything. So I say they should sit on it. Because Diane representing Franco definitely set a precedent for people getting off because of mental illness or brain tumors or, whatever illness that they have. She set that precedent. So that's on Diane. I do agree with Alexis on that one. Even Diane felt like, damn. Because Diane is now a victim. You know what I'm saying? She finally is in the shoes of those people who were victims of Franco. And she was the reason Franco got out from under those charges. So now she is in the shoes of those people. And she see how that is now. It's not a pretty sight. Wanting justice for yourself or your family member who got hurt. But yet you got powerful people helping a criminal get off. A guilty criminal at that. So I'm glad that she's on the other side of this thing now. But like I said, I agree with Alexis. Diane should keep her mouth shut and keep it trucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't do nothing until something's filed. Because nothing's official yet. I'm glad that they're all talking to who they need to talk to about this. But don't, make too much public noise about it just yet. Because now what if an attorney does pick this thing up? And plead with the court. And try to get every charge against Heather dropped. Then what? Not gonna have a leg to stand on that. I agree with Kevin. It's definitely a messy situation. It's a complicated situation. That's why I felt like Laura need to let this thing go. Like, this is opening up a can of worms that she can't afford to let open. Like, let that psycho stay where she is. And my whole thing too with Laura is it's crazy how she's advocating so hard for Heather, but what about her own son? She got a son that's in prison. I don't see her advocating for his release or reduced sentence. I don't see her doing a damn thing to help Nicholas get out. But you're going to help a psychopath like Heather? That's ridiculous. So anyway, moving on from that. I ain't going to lie. And I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Tracy and Stella is the friendship I needed. I love that they're there to support each other. I ain't gonna lie, Gregory must have put some damn voodoo on Tracy or something, because that woman is grieving that man hard. I'm gonna tell you. Like, she really is blown away by his death. You can see that his death impacted her. But I guess that happens when you have good people that come into your life. And like they say, people are coming in for a season and for a reason, to teach you a lesson, and then, they go on about their life. And I feel like Gregory came in Tracy's life to, teach her something. He had a major impact on her, and it shows. I feel so bad for Stella, though. Like, to find out that Marcus died, the love of her life, like, that is crazy. And I wonder, and I know that a person like Stella probably think about the what ifs all the time. Like, what if I didn't help my sister raise her kids? Like, what, me and Marcus have been married, had our own kids. I'm pretty sure she thinks about that from time to time. The what ifs and stuff. I know she played it around in her head, and I know she's going to be playing it around in her head even more now that he's gone. And that sucks, because you can see the hurt and pain on her face. She loved that man. And, she gave all that up, to do a selfless act. That's whew. I wonder how she feeling, though, like really feeling on the inside about this. Because I know that's a mighty blow. That's a major blow. I wonder, like, what's gonna happen with her in the future, like, as far as, like, her and Curtis, and, like, is she gonna, like, turn resentful, because she did give up a lot, to help raise him and his brother. So I wonder if that's gonna play a part at some point. Did she ever have resentment? She probably talked about that before when she came on the show, and she probably denied it, but I don't know, because some people say anything, you know what I'm saying? You never truly know how they really feel, because they probably not being for real. They probably not telling you the truth, because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But I wonder if she really do, like, have some type of regrets or resentments. So moving on from that, listen, Molly and TJ definitely need to have a one-on-one and have a sit down. They do. I feel like there's some rewriting going on because I watched a lot of Molly and TJ's relationship over the years, and they weren't always on the same page about things. Because I remember they weren't on the same page about marriage. I remember he wanted marriage and Molly didn't because she didn't want the traditional life, the traditional things like marriage and stuff. She didn't want to get married. That's how they became domestic partners in the first place. They both were divided on that. Then, they were at odds over, him sleeping with Taylor and her, Rafe sniffing around. Then I remember they were at odds about her and Brando. So they definitely had their fair share of problems over the years. It ain't like they never argued about anything, because that's a lie. But as far as this surrogacy thing, I definitely feel like TJ needs to step up and be honest. I feel like TJ does things to please Molly, and I'm glad that Molly's starting to see it. She realizes that he suppresses how he really feel, just to make her happy. And I feel like that's not going to sustain a relationship in the long run. I feel like he's being very passive. Like, if Molly feels strong about something, he just goes along to get along. That's not going to work in a relationship. Like, that shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, he need to be more assertive about what he want out of life. It's not just about Molly. It's about him, too. And he need to be honest about it. I don't see their relationship lasting. I don't see it. I really don't. I don't see Molly and TJ being together forever. Like, I really don't. They ain't on the same page. They not even reading from the same book. They need prayer and Jesus at this point. Christina and Blaze. I'm gonna be real. I feel like it's way too soon for Christina and Blaze to be sitting here visualizing their life, as far as kids, a bigger house, raising kids together. I think that's way too soon. Like, I wouldn't push my kid to be in the music business. I would want them to find their own dream. I feel like it's too soon for them to be talking about that. And they keep talking about this baby being theirs, or, I keep visualizing this child being ours. I'm like, I see where this is going. And plus, Christina sitting there wondering, like, if something were to happen with TJ and Molly's relationship, where would that leave the baby, and where would that leave her as far as her rights? It's getting messy. And my whole thing is, Christina and Blaze got another thing coming if they think that they're just going to raise this child themselves. Like, they're forgetting one major factor here. Yes, Christina can renege on this deal, but they're missing one major key here. TJ. TJ's half that, that baby is half his. He has half a say. So I highly doubt that he's just going to let Christina and Blaze ride off into the sunset with his child. Like, if Christina think that that's what she going to do, she better think again. Because I'm going to tell you, TJ already don't like Christina like that. So I could definitely see him going to war with her. And it's going to get nasty and it's going to get ugly. All this whole situation going to get ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a complete dumpster fire. That's why I said, in the long run, when this comes out, all of this stuff comes to a head, Sam and Alexa's gonna have to make a choice. Like, whose side they gonna be on? Because you can't ride the fence on this type of thing. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? I know that's what they probably would want to do, but they ain't gonna be able to do that. You're just not. Like, they gonna have to pick a side on this, because this is gonna get bowl and shoe ugly in a minute. I'm telling you, it's gonna get nasty. I mean, it's gonna get green room at the Jerry Springer show nasty. It's gonna be ugly. Like, they are going to be in for a hell of a fight. But yeah, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section and let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.